Yes, people, welcome back to another instalment of your favourite show and our favourite show.
My favourite show.
We're the Wonderful V. What are you saying, brother?
Bro, 3 point massive again.
I know. We're just racking these 3 points. Admittedly, you lot had a lot more comfortable performance. I was on the edge of my seat throughout, but I was spitting, pulling my hair out. But like you said, 3 point gang, and that's all that matters at this stage of the season. You need to get them points.
Listen,
but
setting pace at the moment.
Yeah, setting pace.
You lot top as well. You
lot are ahead of us on goal difference at the moment, but. That's obviously
Chelsea as well. Got to give them some little shout out as well.
They're looking like they're just quietly getting about their business.
As the saying goes, yeah.
Yeah, and they're taking scalps as well. But Ishmael, man, what you been saying? You good?
I'm alright, man. Listen, it's been a good week. Don't think you're getting away with not talking about the midweek stuff as well.
There's only really one place to start with
the midweek stuff. But we had a great game against AC. Listen,
good time, man. I enjoyed that.
When those two teams meet each other, it's just, you know what's gonna happen. Classic every time.
And like you say as well, people always say when Man United and Young Boys always meet each other, someone gets sunned, innit? Someone got sunned.
Listen, we won't spend too much time talking on it, but what was your immediate thoughts after the game? Obviously, Wan-Bissaka sending off, turning point. But for me, Ollie's the real villain.
Yeah, well, I think Ollie's definitely got a lot of stuff to answer for in that game. But you know what, I've got to say, that up until that sending off, we were in control. We were bossing it. Ronaldo got
this guy. What's wrong with this guy, man? People talk about Haaland being a robot, but he is like,
he's a completely different. He's a completely different baller to the one I remember as well. The one I used to love. My man is a fucking number 9 supremo. Man sniffs out danger. And flipping gobbles it up, bro. Look, do you know what? I don't have to say it anymore because you can use your own eyes and see that shit. Do you know what I mean? Like Ronaldo around the box, bruv, he just sniffs out opportunities, man. He sniffs out opportunities. He's moving before everyone else. He's got the hunger on it, like, bruv. It's like this man hasn't eaten for years, bro. My man's in starvation mode. But look, touching on that performance. When we went down to 10 men,
who else is in your group?
Atalanta and Villarreal.
Bro, look, Villarreal patterned you last season.
Well, Atalanta, they didn't pattern us. They just got an early goal and held on. You got patted. Penalty
Atalanta, they're no mugs either.
Yeah, for sure.
You lot have given yourself some what?
You're giving yourself some.
Listen, I said this to you last week. I don't know if I said it on air or not.
You did.
I don't want Europa League. I'm not joining you on Thursday.
We're not joining
you Thursday.
We're not doing this anymore. Trust me, it's not happening.
Listen,
it's not happening.
Look, you've given yourself a lot of work to do now. You got who you got next? Villarreal. I think you got Villarreal next, isn't it?
I think it's Atalanta.
Is it?
Yeah.
But next, they must win. You can't lose.
100%. We got to win all our home games, and we got to get something away from home.
100.
We've given ourselves like a game to catch up now. So
yeah.
But in terms of that performance, I think it's nothing too disastrous. I think when we had 11 men, we were the better team. As soon as we went down to 10 men and that Wan-Bissaka, that's not a red card for me. Like, I don't know what this new rule is or what.
It's not a red card, but the way my man was like, it's
not a red. It's not for me. It's
not a red, but you're asking for trouble when you're making them tackles.
It's just, I think it's whenever there's a player who's like miscontrolled the ball and they're lunging in, then they always.
I think Wan-Bissaka should get extra. He should get Wan-Bissaka tax for his control as well. We know he's not great with controlling the ball.
For sure. But when we went down to 10 men, we were abominable.
Bro, you can't capitulate like that.
We were playing. It was attack versus defense. We couldn't keep the ball. We were happy with the point. Jesse obviously disappointing with the way that game finished. I was fucking so angry, but I sent him a lovely little message after the game. I'll show you later.
You and Jesse.
But I was sending him a little message and just being like, bro. I was like, when people go low, we go high. That's what I said.
Comebacks.
So I said, and
setbacks.
The boy did it again, Mr. Comeback King.
He did.
The comeback kid. Do you know what? Like Jesse Lingard, people could chat shit about him, but my man he's come through the other side of adversity. He's looking like a different.
He's looking
a different man.
Yeah,
he's hardened.
He's moving.
And you know what? I think when he gets into his 30s, early 30s, I think he'll be playing for a long time.
He's gonna age like a
I think he's gonna play for a long time. Yeah.
Right,
I said this before. I think he was one of those players that matured late. And I think he'll finish late as well.
I hear that. We'll get on to Jesse a bit more. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Speaking of midweek action, obviously pretty much all the English teams did alright. Well, you lot didn't, but some weird movements from Pep after the 6-3 against Leipzig. Man's calling the fans out and saying, "I hope you come for 3 o'clock."
Did you see that, bro?
My days. Listen, first European game back at home for like what 15 months or something like that.
A long time, bro.
The whole stand empty. Like,
it looked like the last 10 minutes.
But it looked like fucking pre-season, man. What the hell?
Yeah,
that was nuts.
Do you think Pep's within his rights to call out City fans? Because either he doesn't know about City, he doesn't know about the empty head, he doesn't know that he's not been paying attention the last 6 years. But that's
been mashing nice football. He not even looking up at his stand. He's just there twice. Yeah. But I think, listen, yeah.
Does he not know their heritage?
Klopp did a similar thing at Liverpool when, like, during the first few months of his reign, he was like asking the crowd to be a bit louder in there. We had fans in there, but he was just asking them to be a bit more vocal. I think if you do stuff like that, you're always leaving yourself open for criticism. Man was doing up promoting settings, saying, "Come down 3 o'clock, yeah. Girls coming in free, wear your heels, 2 for 1, all of this, and no goals, no shots on target." Like what? Like now it's all looking a bit techie. The head of the fans association was
Kevin Parker.
Man just told him, "Shut your mouth, just relax."
He's like, "Don't you know this has been happening for decades before
man told him to stick to coaching.
Yeah, literally.
And look, Saturday put up a stinker. I don't know, man. I mean, he's within his rights because that is that's an embarrassing attendance for a game. But
for a game like that, that was a banging game to watch. I was saying this as well.
Bro, that was that game.
If I was about in Manchester and the Man City Leipzig was on, I wouldn't be afraid. I wouldn't be afraid to.
Bro, neutral 9 goals. Like you know how them Bundesliga team come already with their defending. Like it's just you shoot, I shoot, and then we see what happens after that. But it was a good game. Grealish got his first Champions League goal on his debut. Mad finish. I think. Do you think this is his level now?
Yeah, he looks comfortable.
He's comfy in it. Like
he looks comfortable.
But the Jolof agenda was running for like 2 or 3 games, but it's
not over. He's not over. It's getting revisited.
He's got like he got like 2 goals, 2 assists, and 1 in the Champions League as well. Like
he's getting numbers, but there's a question I've got to ask later. But one little question I did want to raise first is. Are we starting to see Pep and City fall out of love with each other? Because I'd say that this is something that if it was in his first season, he ain't calling out the City fans. He ain't calling out the fans and being like, we need your support.
Yeah, it was just I thought it was a weird
timing.
City's never been renowned for like packing out their head every week. So it just felt a bit weird to me. But Pep's got some weird ways about him sometimes. I don't know. I feel like is he hitting self-destruct a little bit? He's been getting at journalists this week. Is this the beginning of the end for Pep? Well, he's meant to be leaving at the end of his contract anyway, which is like it was the end of.
But I mean, in terms of seeing like,
it's all been a bit rosy, innit? It's all been a bit rosy so far. There's not really been any sort of like disharmony. Because
I honestly think, like I said, City with Pep especially the way he likes to run his clubs and manage his teams.
Yeah.
He bases it around beautiful football and
he's
like
got to see everything.
It's like imagine you be in a band, right?
You're playing
and
the
you
gig of
and you played and you just got a #1 album. Everyone's gassed, like, and then you go to perform at like your headline tour, your headline show, your tour, and there's like 10 man and like two of them your parents. Like you brought everyone else is on the guest list. Like, do you know, like you'd be at like your that team, that City team. If it was Liverpool, if it was Man United, if it was Chelsea, if it was Arsenal, if it was Spurs, best believe that was a full stadium. That was a full stadium because you're like, this is the best football. This is the best music I ever made, or the best football the City team's ever seen. Bro.
City don't have that Champions League pedigree. Like they don't have it. They don't have. Can you name me one like European night? If you look at both our teams, you can pick 4 or 5 European moments where you're like Tuesday, Wednesday night under the lights. I saw greatness. City don't have that. What has City done in Europe ever?
But still, you think you could fill out a stadium with that team, the value of that team.
Playing devil's advocate here, yeah. It's a midweek game. COVID is still very much in people's minds. You've got people thinking about childcare, this, that, the other. You can see why.
Bruv, the tickets were on uni days, man. The tickets was on voucher, like. It's not about COVID. If you wanted to go, you could buy a ticket.
I'm trying to see the other side of it. For me, I don't think there's any excuse. I think if you I
think City fans just don't appreciate what they've got with Pep and the football they're playing. They're taking it for granted. They think that they're just going to be playing this football forever. When Pep goes,
it's gonna be peak.
That culture's gonna go as well. That beautiful football culture. You're gonna get stuck with the likes of the Manuel Pellegrinis. Who get big budgets. and then you got a dysfunctional team, and you might get a title here and there because of the
Carabao Cup things as well.
But you're gonna struggle. And you know what? For me, I think a big part of the disharmony between fans and club, especially with City, we could say Pep instead of the club. I think I'm not sure. This is where we're gonna go back to that agenda. I'm not sure Jack Grealish was the player they needed this summer.
Right. Okay. What you think? Are you buying into
you can't say he's done badly. You can't say he's underperformed. He's got numbers. His numbers are on the table.
But you're saying he's not the guy to take them to a title.
I think long term, and we saw it with the performance against Southampton. What City needed last year and what they were lucky to get to still win the title without was a striker. Yeah. And I think we were saying it before. We kind of got blinded by the Jack Grealish hype or the agenda in some instances. I don't think Jack Grealish was the signing they needed. Despite how well he performs this season, I think City will be unstuck with the lack of goal scorer.
I think they got cocky. I think they thought they can go pattern Villa quickly, 100 mil, pay their release clause, then move over to Spurs, 150, light work, done. Get the two best English players, arguably. Obviously, they didn't realise who they were dealing with in Daniel Levy. He was like, not today. Not this summer, probably not next summer.
It's like
when Kane's like, you see when you bring a towel, when there's nothing left, like
Juanchi does plenty vibes.
Then you can have him.
Trust me, like, you can get some more. We can bring in this one.
But I don't know, man. I think I'm.
Do you think City can get away without having a recognised number, or just having Jack?
Again, Jesus? I think Jesus
and Roy Delapsy as a backup.
Jesus is not the one. Don't sleep on Ferran Torres, man. He's been putting up numbers this season. He's not a number. I kind of put him in the same Jota mold.
But they were doing. Do you remember they were doing false nine settings with like they were getting Sterling to play up front. They were getting like
KDB.
They were just number 9.
Whoever wanted it. Yeah. I think they can't get away with it this season, not because of them particularly, but I think all the other teams are way stronger. I think last season, at this point, Chelsea still had Lampard. We just fuckeries basically. You lot were only really came into it December, Christmas time. You had that Fulham, Sheffield United back to back, and people were talking it. Yeah. But
we were top of the league. Yeah.
City. If you're asking me, City had a clear run at the title last season. This season, there's too many obstacles in the way. I think they might have taken it for granted a little bit. So I don't really know.
I genuinely, I want to put my neck on the line. I think City aren't going to win a title this season.
Anything at all?
Nothing.
I'm not in Carabao Cup.
I don't think they're winning Carabao Cup.
Then times up.
I genuinely don't think they're winning Carabao. I reckon this is going to be a trophy this season for City, and
this is when the balls are going to start to fall off.
Yeah, I tipped them. I thought it was either going to be United or City for the title. I'm thinking that City. I mean, it could be proven wrong. It's still early doors.
Bro,
but I think this.
that
performance against Southampton was surprising, bro.
Bro, you want to know forget surprising. Do you want to know what was the biggest abomination of that game? That overturned VAR from Kyle Walker, bruv. Tell me what part of the ball he got. Please don't get me vexed already about please VAR. This might be a calm
start, bruv.
This might be the worst weekend we've had in VAR. Definitely of this season.
Not getting to this.
Maybe it was bad, man. Obviously your game as well. But what's going on? What the hell is going on this weekend? That's what I want to speak on. What the fuck happened? Because that Kyle Walker one,
I don't know.
Bro, he literally just came in. Was it Danny Ings? Cleared him out. Did not get the ball. Did not change direction at all. So kept going the same direction. And the ref gave it. The ref gave it as well. But the thing is, if you're going down and you still clear someone out, did you not clear them out anyway?
So if someone's falling, then they can't be fouled.
It's mad. That for me,
might as well just start kicking people in the head when they're going down. Be like, he's going down already.
Bro, I don't know, man. That was a bad one. I mean,
Walker should have been the sentence straight. But do you know what it was? Yeah, for VAR to get involved, I'd say maybe you should have a look at it. And then was it for I can't remember who the referee was now, but for him to go over to the VAR monitor and be like, oh, actually, I don't know what they saw.
I don't know what he saw.
To overturn it. It was like, is Ings going down already? Is he going down early? I'll be like, well, did he make contact?
But he absolutely cleared him clean out. That's one of the worst VAR decisions I've seen for a minute. I think so far this season I've actually started off kind of alright, but I don't know, man. I don't know. That was real bad.
But for me, it was a shocker, and I think City were lucky to get a point out of that game, even though they had a chance to win it at the end with that Sterling.
Oh, that's another one as well. That was tight.
But that was offside. That was tight.
And
I'm enjoying the offside rule now. I think it's a lot clearer. It's just one line,
Bruv,
the last line, and if anything's over
the
the line, then you're offside.
Yeah,
and I think that's a nice.
Clear. It's much clearer now. But listen, so let's wrap up on City. What are you saying? You think this could be the season where it kind of all starts to go a bit sideways for them?
I mean, I think personally, City should not have gone for Jack Grealish, and they should have just put all their eggs in the Harry Kane basket. Spent the 200 million if they wanted to, but they had 200. They had 200 million to spend. They were willing to split that between Grealish and Kane. They decided to hedge their bets and go for 100 million on Grealish, 100 million on Kane, expecting.
They tried to hustle it. They
expected Spurs to bounce it.
Yeah.
But they've gone for Grealish, and I think ultimately not getting Kane will cost them the title.
Well,
because you're telling me if they got Kane instead of Grealish, that team's just done.
Done.
But no, but you can say that though. But like Grealish, if you put Kane there in that team, that answers a problem. That solves an issue that they've got.
To be fair though, this Harry Kane receipt, obviously there's extenuating circumstances, but this Harry Kane receipt in the season is looking like a flipping player mash. Like I don't even
playing bruv. He just looks like Eric Dyer, fam. He looks like a flipping.
Let's actually speak on Kane for a bit now. So he's had 4 games of played this season, no goals.
Tell me that stat.
I'm cooking. I'm coming up to it. 4 shots in 4 games, and he's had 10 touches in the opposition box this season, which is one less than Joel Matip, bruv.
Wait, how many games have you had this season?
5.
So Matip's only got a couple more games before he gets injured.
Listen, whoa, relax yourself. Listen, Matip has had. I think we spoke about this last week. He's having an unbelievable season. So we're gonna get onto our centre back situation in a minute, but I want to talk about Harry Kane for a second. Like, people try and say he didn't get his move this summer, which can happen. Like, bro, you signed a 6-year contract. Like, I don't know.
Sympathy.
Who are you blaming?
You got job security.
You're eating good. You got tenure like flipping Ross from Friends. Like they're all calm. You're not winning, but you're doing all right. Is he protected? Is he overprotected?
Definitely not winning.
Is he overprotected by the media a little bit? Because it seems like every chance Gary Neville gets, he will tell you that he's the ultimate professional.
Yeah, man.
He's this, he's that. Bro, you're not playing well. You're playing shit at the moment. You don't even look like you're really trying at all. Fair enough if he came this season with just like on complete smoke like last year. You can be like, all right, cool. Man didn't get his move, but he's putting in the effort at least. He tells us he loves Spurs, tells us he loves the fans, but he's not really showing it right now. Like, is he getting a bit too much protection?
So I think in general, I think there is a definite.
He's the poster boy. He's like the media Harry Kane.
Oh wait, I think there's a bias around a lot of English players. Around a lot of English players. I wouldn't even say it's just Harry Kane. I think if you look at like Man United's team, look at Man United's team for example, I think there is a definite bias towards the English players and like the likes of. I think the fact there's not more of a furore around Van de Beek not playing. I think because there's not more of a furore around Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
I think
they're always the ones that are a bit like Martial, Pogba. They're the ones that really split. They always get, but then you get the likes of like the McTominays. Lingard even gets it as well. Like I think there is a definite bias around English players, which I find surprising considering every time we get to a major tournament, there is always for some reason that bias seems to just disappear and it's always just like extra critical. Anyway, with Harry Kane in particular. I think he is guarded a bit. I think he's protected immensely because he is a white English footballer. I know it's always a bait comparison to make, but if Pogba was putting in the amount of effort that Harry Kane's putting in at the moment, like he does not look interested one bit. Like, fair enough, the team's letting him down. Tottenham, this is not up to scratch at all. But who are you to be like? Nice, this is not good enough for me. You need to actually prove you should be. He needs to prove to us that he deserves it. He deserves this move, essentially.
I don't think he needs to prove that. To be fair,
brother, the way he's played, like he's got clout. He's got years of consistency. But for him to be like, now I'm too good to be here. No, he doesn't run like that. You're under contract. You're here, bro. Play. You like to score. You're chasing Alan Shearer's record.
He is too good for Spurs. I'd say that. But does it justify his performances? Hell no.
No, I don't think so.
Hell no. I think for me, what's frustrating. And like ultimately, I don't know what he's got gassed up if he's looking to move to Barcelona and play like false nine. But I think what
it's probably so jarring to watch.
My issue with Harry Kane is. Why does my man think he's a number? Why does he think he's a number?
Play it in the fucking box.
Not even a number 10, bro. He looks like a number 6, fam. He's dropping crazy. Deep. He's not busting the gut to get up the pitch to support him.
Let's face it. He's never been blessed. Like he's quick over like 5 yards, 10 yards maybe.
Man,
he's not quick. He's not quick enough to be doing the up.
You can't be giving 30-yard advantages to the centre backs. Like, you need to be in the box. You need to be sniffing out goals. You will never catch Alan Shearer dropping into that semicircle.
Not that deep.
Trying to pick up the ball. Wayne Rooney used to do it, but he had the fucking...
He had burners.
The energy to get up. But man was tracking down your left back. Harry Kane's not tracking down no left back. He's not helping out.
He's just about.
He's just trying to get on a touch on the ball. You're getting in the way.
Man's holding Ndombele's hand in midfield. Man's holding Winks' hand in midfield, and then he's not getting... They've got no one. They've got no presence in the box. For me, it's all a bit mad right now.
He's not good. Listen, look. He's not good enough to be playing there. He's not quick enough to be playing there. He's not
100.
got...
100.
He doesn't need. He's not bringing value to Spurs' team.
He hasn't got that source where you can be like, all right, he's a very techy player.
What's he looking to do by dropping deep? Like turn and play the ball over to yourself?
I don't know what he looks frustrated.
Bruv, he's the definition of write the theme tune, sing the theme tune, bruv. He wants to play the assist and score the goal as well, fam.
Wait, the old Little Britain fans, you know about that once.
Bro, but it's like he wants to do everything. He wants to do everything, and like you do not. You're like you're not even a captain of that team, bruv. You need to remember your position. You need to remember your value to a team. Fam, scoring goals
talk in the fucking Amazon. Don't do the impression much. Team talk in the Amazon. Listen, he hasn't got that clout to be like I'm the guy to drop deep, do this, do that. Because he ain't doing it right now.
Well, do you know what it is? It's like you've not got a midfielder. Like if Dele Alli, for example, was like seeing that Harry Kane dropped into that position and then filled that number 9 void.
Yeah.
Different.
There's no
different.
Yeah,
that's different because then it's like, okay, cool. You're fluid. You can drop into the gaps. Like let's say with Bruno and Pogba, for example. Bruno, when he wants to get the ball deep, Pogba, he knows automatically there's a space there. It's not even about like, Bruno's dropped into my position. I need to fill into his position. It's like being smart enough on the pitch to be like, there's space there. Let me occupy that space, or let me at least like try and occupy that space, or maybe make space for another player to move into that. Like you got to have an eye on the space and the intent to break those lines.
For me, the same frustration that I was saying I had with Bruno last season, where he was just stripping this. He was just going into positions for because he just thought I'm the best player on the pitch. I'm going to do that. Harry Kane is showing a massive lack of discipline at the moment. Fair enough, you want to drop deep and collect the ball, but think about the whole team. Think about how you're going to affect the game. You're not going to affect the game if you're flipping in the centre circle. Like you're not. It's just
what I'm saying is someone needs to have words before December 2022. Because if he's doing this shit again, best believe I'm going to Qatar, fam. I'm going to Qatar, sorting this guy out.
Who you just touched on it a minute ago? I want to segue into our next point with that. But who in that Spurs team can tell Harry Kane anything? No one can chat to him really. No one can really chat to him.
Lloris.
Yeah.
World Cup winner. World Cup winning captain.
Yeah, I hear that.
But if anyone's going to do it, he's got to do it.
Man's in sticks. He's not really like... Before, if you're looking at like maybe under Poch when they were really going for it, Dele Alli would be the kind of guy who would have enough about him, enough presence, enough like justification to say that. Now, Dele Alli, like, his career is looking like a bit of a myth. When did he come through? 16, 17?
It was that 18. It was that MK Dons, isn't it?
So came through. No, I mean 16, 17 season. So came through there. Remember he scored that mad goal at Selhurst Park. Like at one point, Dele Alli was the fucking.
He was like he was looking like £100 million.
He was looking like if you said like 4 or 5 years ago, Jack Grealish, Dele Alli, who's gonna go for 100 million? You would have said guaranteed Dele Alli. He was looking like the actual the guy.
Yeah.
Had it all.
He needs to leave. He needs to go.
But where does he? What's his level now? What is Dele Alli's level? Is he gonna have to do like a loan thing?
I'd go rumor with Jose, bro. Or like just get to another league. I think he needs to go to either like the Italian league, Spanish league.
Because they were talking about that PSG thing. Or was it this summer window? Or was it?
I think he needs to go fuck over or fuck up some farmers, bro.
Uber Eats Ligue 1.
Yeah, he needs to go fuck up some farmers, get some confidence, bro. Or go on loan back to MK Dons.
Well, you don't think a little prem thing?
He doesn't look like a prem player right now. No, and that's me being real honest with Dele Alli. Like you don't look like you deserve to be playing in the prem. You don't bring any assists. You're not bringing any goal threat. If anything, you're like.
Bro, he's just there, man.
Games are just passing him by, bro. Like
forget game season. When was the last time you can say? Okay, when Jose first came in, he had like a. Can you even call it a purple patch? Man had like.
Bro, the last good performance he put in was when he scored that goal against us in after lockdown. After Bruno scored that pen and he did that little touch thing over and then bagged it. That was oh shit, Dele Alli. Yeah, that was the last moment. That was the last moment.
Can you say like he's had a patch of form?
He won't even lilac for a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? In any of those periods,
nothing.
He's not even been threatening, bro. Bro, it's not been red, blues, nothing. Plain, fam, grey.
What you really think man's got to leave the Prem already? Yeah, like, you not do like a little Everton? Like
I don't see another player. Well, unless he goes to like
Everton are kind of the same level as well, isn't it? They're not even like one's clear.
He needs to leave, bro. He needs to go. He needs to find himself, but he's not doing it right now. I don't know if he could go to like a Chelsea. I feel like Tuchel will get something out of him.
Yeah, but how often do you get a player who's
it's not going to happen. It's not a viable move. It's not a viable move. It's not something I'm suggesting. I'm just saying, for example, if you went to a Tuchel who give him, I don't know, it might be a bit too early to be ruling it out.
Where would he play in Chelsea system? What, in the front three?
He'd be playing with Havertz is. But I don't think he'd get into the team.
Bro, he's not touching. But
I think that's the sort of. He needs a move. He needs a move of a manager who's gonna like put his arm around him. Give him clear directions.
I think he just needs a move. Like his career is the definition of He's not even stagnated. Man has gone like hella backwards. It's a shame to see, man, because at one point he was looking like the heir to like flipping Lampard, Gerrard kind of throne. Like he was looking.
Well, yeah.
He had goals. He had the bite about him as well. He had a bit of nastiness, which I used to love. But bro, now it's just looking all a bit dead.
But speaking of like, obviously I mentioned that you could do quite well if you went to like a Chelsea or a Tuchel.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, when he first came, Tuchel, I maybe had a few. I probably was a bit harsh on him. I was like, is he just
PSG,
is he like a PSG reject? Like, why couldn't he get a tune out of that PSG team?
Things are mad with PSG. All you have to do is win it. Well, I say all. You have to win the Champions League to get rated. Yeah. People just, rightly or wrongly, people just say a Liga, Farmers League. Blah, blah, blah.
I mean, they didn't win it last year.
We're gonna speak on Poch.
But for Tuchel in particular, I think I got to give him some props, man, because he's really shown how, as in like. He's a top class manager. Like there's no bones to be had about it. He's a top class manager, and he's got. To be fair, he's got a very talented squad, but he's got a system. He's got a system that he likes. I still think you can beat that Chelsea team if you play 5 at the back. I think if you might go man for man against that team, I think you can beat them.
Yeah,
I think you can beat them because I still think the sum is greater than the parts of that Chelsea
100. They've got their system is patterned. They've got, and also the players fit the system. It's not like you can lay this criticism at many managers where they're just buying flipping haphazardly. They're just getting players because they're available. Chelsea look like they're plugging gaps where they need to plug the gaps. They needed just a number 9 that's going to bag goals for fun this summer. They went and got Lukaku. They're just finding players to plug these gaps, like I said. But listen, man, I think tactically speaking, I think he's definitely in with a shout of being the best tactician in the league. Like,
you think he's the best tactician in the Prem?
Brother, one thing I always talk about in-game management. This is the one thing I say about Ollie as well, where okay, cool, you can be a man manager, you can call Mandem Rashi and Pogs and all that, but in the game when the chips are down, like what are you saying? You saw the game at Anfield, went down to 10 men, went down a goal. We saw you man this week completely capitulate. Chelsea managed to stay in there, hanging there. Game yesterday as well. First half, you can say Spurs played better the first half. Dragged Mount off after half time, put Kante on, switch things up. Like I like what I see with him. He's not like if things aren't working.
Taking Mount off is
if things are not working, he's not scared to make the changes. I think as a manager these days, I think that's one of the best weapons you can have in your arsenal is just in game. What can you do when things are not going right? So
it's a lot easier, and you got Kante to come off the bench, though. I mean,
yeah, but you wouldn't normally. If you look at that bench, you wouldn't be like Kante's going to be the one to come on and make the difference.
I'd have him starting, to be honest. I think Tuchel's blessed with. Don't
get me wrong, the squad is blessed with
a hell of a squad, and he's got an owner that will back him. I think that is one part of it, but at the same time, you got to put the right team out. You got to acknowledge there's changes that need to be made. And yeah, do you know what? I'll probably say that at the moment, Tuchel's looking like the most formidable tactician.
Because who else would you put up there? Klopp, I think you can. Klopp, Pep.
Yeah, Pep. I think it's between him and Pep. I think Pep can sometimes find himself.
You're not rating the Jurgen thing, no.
Not in terms of tacticians, no.
Bro, look how patterned our system. Like when we were at our peak, our system was like pretty much untouchable.
Yeah, but I give Liverpool credit, but in turn, I think Tuchel has shown something different. I think Pep level of like tactical genius.
Yeah.
Especially Pep, I think sometimes can go a bit too over the top.
Fam, no DM, like he gets a bit too. You know, it's always
no
just
number
too smart.
nine.
He's just moving
No
a bit
number
too
nine.
crazy.
No number nine. Even they got Jesus, but still no number 9. But you know what? I don't like gassing up Chelsea too much. There's actually a point I want to touch and go back to what you said about Ollie and the criticism you give him. Is it time to give him credit for his substitutions in that West Ham game, which won us the match?
I don't know, man. With Ollie, you see,
I think personally,
you see chalking. The thing is, though, with, like, fair enough, you can say you learnt a lesson from. Was it Tuesday you man played?
No lesson learned. That's the thing.
We saw the best and the worst of Ollie this week. Like, and bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll give you a lot of props. I'll give you a lot of big props. Your away record is just brazen, innit? But like, can I give Ollie full props for that? I don't know.
Well, then you can't give him credit. Okay, well then in that same vein, I think for me, the reason why I mention it is, you remember all that the meme about like when you press R2 and X during and then Lingard comes on. All that banter was coming out, and like, I was laughing. It was funny, of course. You can't not laugh at that. But what I think is interesting there is Ollie was criticised for his substitutions in that game, but then he makes the same substitutions against West Ham and wins us the match.
No, it was different.
But they were the same substitutions. Matic came on, Lingard came on.
The thing is, you were a goal up and you were pegged back and were a man down. It's different to you were a goal down, but back in the game, then you're chasing it. I think it's completely different. I also think you play European. I think there's European and Prem games you can kind of manage a bit differently. I think there's a bit of nuance to that.
So what would you have done differently in that Young Boys without
Young Boys game
touching it too much?
Didn't you bring on? Wait, so what?
I think there are changes I would have made, but I think it's interesting.
So you brought off CR7 and brought on Lingard, and then you took off
Bruno,
and then put on. Did you not take off a DM and put on Martial on something stupid?
At the end of the last 5 minutes,
bro, it's just all a bit like
put on Martial.
What's that going to do? Like 2-3
minutes? Van der Beek off and Matic on. I think it
was. You can't sit here and tell me that the subs.
Well, no, I'm not saying I think the subs were bad in that game, but I think also at the same time you got to credit Ollie for making game.
Bro, I credit for that.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying he deserves to fucking be knighted. I'm just saying that
for that West Ham
that game he brought on Matic and Lingard. Matic assisted Lingard for the goal.
Bro,
and Lingard was criticised heavily for that, fairly as well. Criticised for that back pass. And Ollie obviously got the blame for that. Ollie had to shoulder the blame. But when Ollie makes the right decision, it's like, oh no, it's the players that did it. Do you know what I mean? So like the point I'm trying to make is Ollie arguably won us the game with that substitution bringing Lingard on. I know there's lots of other variables. We'll all touch on them as well. I think it's important to like.
You want to give Ollie.
You got to give balance there. You got to give balance there. Ollie got the criticism on Tuesday, and rightly.
Yeah.
But on Saturday, I think it was a brave move bringing Lingard on after the game he had against Young Boys, and he ultimately.
You know what? When you put it like that, I will agree with you. But
Lingard, that was a bad mistake. Bro. Like arguably a lot of other managers, if it was Pep, if it was.
But Jose, you're not seeing him.
Not seeing him for a while, but man's training with the youths.
You might see him Christmas.
But look, I think bringing Jesse on, and especially like we said, after a very, very bad mistake which led to us dropping 2 points and 2 vital points that could come back to bite us on the arse later down the line. Later down the line.
Man playing Thursday.
Yeah, it could. I know, but for Ollie to show his faith in it, that shows his man management. It shows his he knows what we need in that game to get the result. And I'd like to give Ollie some praise there, because I think I was very critical after the Young Boys match. I was like, this is exactly what people were criticising him for.
Gave me the ammunition.
But look, we've seen an improvement.
But listen, let's stick with the same game. Another person who's heavily criticised, but who's this season you can't really chat to him too much. He saved you lot 2 points yesterday. Last gasp penalty save. David De Gea. Are we too quick to write players off? People are saying he was done last year. Get Henderson in. Sell man, bring in flipping, because weren't you lot linked with who else did you bring in as well? Who did you bring in? Tom Heaton. Did you bring in Tom Heaton?
Tom Heaton.
Yeah, people were saying get rid of De Gea, push Henderson through.
No one was saying that. Who was saying that?
Bro, people were saying Henderson should be your number one. no doubt about it. Just De Gea's done now. Get him out. He's on too much wage. Was he on 375 grand a week? Get him out of here. Blah blah blah. But this season, you're looking all right.
What's the question again?
Are we too quick to write players off and saying this man's done, this man's washed, this man's finished, this man?
Wait. Are you too quick? Do you mean?
We.
Oh no. Not both of
Bro,
us.
I think if you run back the tape, I'm sure at points last season you were saying bring in Henderson. That he should be on number one now.
De Gea was in bad form. He was in bad form. I'm not saying the thing is with me, the point I always like to try to make is like understanding the level you've got to reach to become a professional footballer. Yeah, I think you have to understand that to get to that level, you have to be a top quality footballer. And like too often, I think it's not even just we. I think football fans are
That's what I mean. When I say we, I mean
too
football.
quick to say, oh, you've had a bad game, he's past it. Or, oh, he's had a bad game, he's not good enough at this level anymore. When in fact, they're just fucking human beings. Like, sometimes they go through bad form, they're humans. You know what I mean? They're not robots.
I hear that.
De Gea, like, I don't think I think there were periods where I was like, have we seen the best of De Gea?
But he was moving a bit. Like, he was moving.
Yeah, for sure. And like, when you got
two
two number one goalkeepers, it's easy to say.
What's Henderson saying? What's Henderson saying now?
He's coming back from injury still, but he's back. He's back in Eastern training, so he should be back. He needs to go on loan though, for me personally, and also I think De Gea is a world-class goalkeeper. He's proven it at the top level. He's saved us time and time again over his career at United, and that should not be slept on. Dean Henderson will be our number one. He will be a top-quality goalkeeper. He will be the English number one. That is without doubt. But right now, you've got David De Gea. Bro. This is the David De Gea era, and it's still strong at United. And I think it would be foolish to rule him out. Foolish. But in terms of players in general, there's no other player that I think is a better case study for not ruling players out or being too quick to write players off, and that is Jesse Lingard. We spoke about him before. Jesse Lingard, I said this at the time when players are saying he's going to be a promising under 23 player and he's like 27. Like when all of this banter was going around, and like I remember, I'm pretty sure I called you up bare times about it. And I was like, bro, you need to understand that my man's going through some shit. My man was going through some stuff. He was overcoming some struggles. He wasn't in the best of form, and he wasn't the same player that was bagging goals with Mourinho when he was scoring screamers, scoring with Van Gaal against Everton, bangers, went to the World Cup. I was like, all of a sudden after that World Cup, everyone just forgot. All them England fans that were celebrating that goal against Panama, all forgot about Jesse Lingard. All forgot about Jesse though.
Part-time ballers and that.
But still, this is the World Cup, and like, he was performing well, and suddenly he doesn't turn into a bad player. That's what I'm trying to say. I knew there was a player in there. It's about his confidence.
Also, a big thing with Jesse, he's a confidence guy, like you just said.
My man needs to be in the mind frame, like, what celebration am I doing today? That's what he needs to be thinking before a game. Not about, I need to get my first pass off. He needs to be like, what am I doing? The moonwalk? Am I milli rocking? What? Do you know what? I'll just decide in the day, you know. Like, it'll be in the moment. That's what he needs to be the best.
Jesse, like, the thing is, you like to see a comeback, even if like he's not up or whatever. But it's been good to see, man. Him and De Gea, I think both of them yesterday, both equally won you the game. Two players that have been written off heavily before by naysayers. Big time. But listen, there's other players like.
You can always look. I think you can always criticise players when they're playing badly.
Yeah. Also, eye test. If you're seeing stuff that's not good, if you're seeing players just fuck up time and time again, you can't just you can't just blindly follow them. You got to be able to say, like, you need to pattern up in this area. Need to do that. You need to do that. But to say players washed or they're dusted or they're dead or they're like completely done, I think there does need to be a bit more context.
I'm so good to hear that, and I think straight down camera run. When you got a message for Jesse Lingard.
Listen, Jesse, keep doing your thing. You're a good guy, man. You're a good guy,
and
that's it.
You're very
what. I'm very happy that my team's top of the table.
Very sorry.
For what? Who's sorry?
For what you said. Alright, we don't get the receipts out, but you said some mad stuff.
Listen.
The thing is with Thiago, I feel like the difference in what I was doing with Thiago last season and what you were doing, what you were doing was, I acknowledge that Thiago is a top quality player. I just found it hilarious that he wasn't playing very well. Whereas rather than saying he's dead, he's not coming, like he's not good, he's not a good player, he's never been a good player, or he's not going to be a good player again. My point was that I can't find. It's fucking hilarious how bad he's been playing at Liverpool when he was this season. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm not like I can accept that he's a top quality player, and there's still a top quality player in there, bro. Like he's not. It's just nice to enjoy when players aren't doing well.
Thiago's thing is he's nice.
So I think it's fair. I think it's fair because you can just say as a football fan, like, look, you can't get blinded by like how good a player is. Like, how good are they right now?
That's true.
How good they are right now. Obviously, speaking of Thiago,
inshallah, Salah, bro.
Yeah.
Do you watch the game? We are moving. Yeah, I was surprised you were watching it. When Naby's going in, you were the first one on there. Bro, listen, I told you beginning of the season, I don't know why I had this feeling. I just said Salah is going to fucking bang this year. And I know it's only 5 games in. Obviously, touch wood, there's no injuries or nothing. But the guy very rarely gets injured. This is the best, I'm going to say this right now. This is the best version of Salah we've seen. Better than 17-18. Better than all other seasons he's been in when he's been smashing goals and for fun. This Salah's got he's got an extra bit of tech to his game. The same way Bruno's unlocked a new level and he's pulling up passes you ain't seen before. Listen,
I don't know if I'm seeing anything new from Salah though.
No. It's because
what are you seeing? What have you seen new? Like what makes him the best?
He's actually bringing man into play a bit more. Like before with Salah would only pass in like the final third if he literally could not get a shot off. He'd look up sometimes and be like, "Fuck, I've actually got to pass it." Especially to Mane. Let's not bro. This season he's passing for fun. He's saying I'm vibes and I want everyone else to vibe. He's like helping Mane along. Like you see, but
only when he scored first though.
Bro, no. This last couple of games, he's not even been getting the first goal in. He's just been happy to let everyone else this. Bro, Salah is moving.
Yeah, you can't. He's playing.
If Ronaldo wasn't in the Premier League season, I would say Salah is nailed on for Golden Boot. I feel like Ronaldo's the only one who's as inevitable as him.
Well, I think Bruno's near the top as well. Still, he's got 4 goals.
But he got a hat trick in one of the games. I feel like I'm talking about every game. You just think goal. It's only really them two. It's only really Ronaldo and Salah.
It's not inevitable.
Bro, these men will have the deadest game ever and they'll just still bang a goal. Like it's nuts. I think Salah at the moment on current form. Or actually, I'm going to ask you this question: is Salah? The answer is yes. By the way, is Salah at the moment currently the best player in the Prem?
It's not even in the top 3.
What? Are you mad? Are you high?
In the top 3
Are you going to tell me Ronaldo, Bruno, Pogba? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. In that order, bro. In that order.
Get out of it.
In that order. Mason Greenwood as well. Mason Greenwood's on 3 goals.
Bro, respect Salah's thing, man. It's lit. Oh, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. You're trying to.
How many goals is he on, Salah?
Bro, 4. He scored in every game.
Same as Bruno.
Listen.
And Bruno's a midfielder.
Salah.
And he's got any assists.
Yeah, he got 2 assists in the first game of the season.
Fair.
Listen.
I think he might be on the same numbers as Bruno then.
Salah this season is gonna put up a fucking.
I think it's up.
Clinic.
I think Pogba's 7 assists is more is impressive. I think Ronaldo's. I think those 3 players for me and Greenwood as well. Those 4 players for United have been our standouts. So I think
Ronaldo.
But obviously,
Ronaldo,
I'm messing around.
Listen, yeah, but this is Salah. This is Salah's little.
Salah's doing well.
Salah's
done well. But it's about longevity. The same stands for United players as well. I want to see them do it over the course of the season. So
I think Ronaldo.
It's a bit early to be saying he's the best player in the Premier League. So
bro, current form, best player in the Prem. I'm not hearing anyone. I was talking all round Ronaldo. Let's call a spade here. His all round general play is it's not really been on too much. He's just been banging goals, which is fine. No one is saying that's a bad thing.
I think the same could be said
but
about
I think
Salah.
No. Salah's. You watch the game on Saturday. Salah's bringing man into play. He's playing nice passes. The ball's actually sticking to his feet. Before more time last season, it was looking a bit weird at times when Salah's trying to dribble past players. It weren't looking too nice. He's moving. He's added a bit of sauce to his game, man. He's been hearing the Eden Hazard shouts, a lot of disrespect on Salah. People saying he's not really up on the Hazard levels.
I still need to see more from Salah to be he's added a new dimension to his game. I haven't seen anything new yet. I genuinely haven't seen anything.
We'll watch the game together.
If you're saying, he used to just hog the ball, now he's passing it.
Bro, nice passes. He's bringing man into play. He's actually creating chances as well.
Do you know what? Okay, if I'm gonna give Liverpool credit, I think the one area of credit I'll give isn't the attack.
What are you saying? Defense.
I think your defense.
Wait,
your defense. And do you know what?
You were talking a lot of crud about Van Dijk.
I wanted to see about. I'm not even talking about Van Dijk here. I still think Van Dijk's got a lot to prove for me in terms of fit, in terms of his pace and shit. I still feel like he looks a bit slow and sluggish.
Maguire, you wanted to let.
No, but Maguire was never rated for his pace.
But just remember who you're talking about. Van Dijk.
I think for me, the player I've been impressed with the most, and I think he's your best defender, is Matip. I think he's your best centre back.
Fucking my.
I think he's your best centre back,
bro.
I think he's better than Van Dijk.
He's one of the best centre back. Like it doesn't with him as well. Like, he's another one.
He's better than Van Dijk.
He don't look too easy in the eye sometimes. He's a bit gangly. He's got no trim. Like you just see him, you're like, what, bro? What are you doing? Why are you in the box? And he's just popping nice balls off.
Kept bringing the ball out from the back.
Listen, man. I'd say now
that's your stack. That's your most stacked.
We've got the best centre back options in the league. I think. Quality, like
I think you'd have the best centre backs if you kept Kabak.
This fucking dickhead.
But now
he literally likes all of them. It's actually quite peak. Him and fucking Brewster. Every post I'm like, are you man not playing football? Like,
I think there's a buyback.
Literally, like you're just liking it. Like,
Kabak wasn't even a Liverpool player. He was on loan.
But he's a fan. He's a fan. He's actually a fan from day. Like he grew up as a Liverpool fan. But listen, I think we've got the best centre back options. Not Kabak. Fucking Kanate. Kanate, Gomez, Matip, Van Dijk. Like who can chat to them as a two pairs of centre backs?
Yeah, I think time can chat to them. I think Matip's approaching his final 2 games of fitness. How long do you reckon? Okay, let's just make a bet. How long do you reckon he's got? I reckon 10 games is his max.
The thing is, we've been managing him
halfway
quite well.
through.
He didn't play on the weekend. Kanate made his debut.
But it's not about. It's about time.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not about resting him,
because he can
he'll
break down any moment.
Do you know what I mean? He's like a P-Reg Vauxhall Astro.
I
mean, he's one of them cars. It's like, you know what? I might get 100 miles with you,
but I'll do 70 just to make sure.
But as soon as we get into Milton Keynes, bro,
starts getting a bit sticky. But listen, if we can keep Matip fit for the whole season, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We're doing Daniel Bryan shit.
Bro, I'm confident if we keep Matip fit the whole season, Matip, Van Dijk, Salah all season, we're cooking.
What's happened to Robertson?
He's calm. He got rested on the weekend. He had a bad ankle injury beginning of the season. We're just listen. Don't watch our team. You know.
All I'm saying is, can we say to the camera who's the best left back in the Prem now?
Bro, have you seen what Shaw's been on this season? Not much.
We'll get that penalty rate.
Listen, not much at all. But listen, Robbo's thing is still like.
How many assists has he got this season?
This season, I think he might have 2. You know.
I reckon it's close to him and Shaw. I reckon Shaw's finally going to.
See how you're doing the assisting now.
No, but I think he's finally going to deliver what you've been asking for. No, but I find it's curious because it's like you criticise Shaw for not enough goals and assists, but
Robbo's got the whole thing. His defending and going forward is all on lock, on smash.
I think Costas is doing more now.
Again, as well, another shout out I want to give, even though actually, you know what? I'm going to give the other shout out first. Naby Lad, bruv. The goal of the weekend, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
Left-footed volley from fucking outside the box.
I can't, yeah.
Celebration.
He didn't mean it though.
Celebration was maybe as well.
He was just trying to get the ball back into the area.
Bro, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. What a goal, fam! And it's a big season for him as well. He needs to. Listen, I was saying this to someone today. I want to see 40 games from Naby Keita this season. That's what I want to see. Then we'll talk about performance.
The thing is,
bro, just be available.
I saw what you were doing on our Instagram. I saw all the people liking your comments.
See available.
Shit, yeah?
Just see available.
I saw what you were doing, moving madmen, yeah.
What
Naby Lad. I've seen all these comments getting likes.
What's the problem?
Bro, first of all, that's not the performance.
Fam,
that's not the performance for me. Yeah.
But you're not on this Naby Lad thing.
No, it's cool. You can call it what you want, but I'm just seeing like. I think
you're getting too. You got pasta friend, yeah.
No,
pasta, linguine.
Can we not talk about him right now, bro? I've been enjoying myself. Let's not bring Fred into this. We'll get onto Fred. But with Naby, I think that goal isn't enough of a sign for me to like get too not to get gas wrong. That's the wrong word, but like to me think that he's now coming back. Like even you saw his face when he scored the goal. He didn't believe.
Bro, I thought I got disallowed. I mean,
he was back as like, what? Did I do that? You sure, bro? Wake me up. So when he didn't believe that goal that should have happened, I'm not gonna be like, now he's turned a corner. He's now gonna be proven he's gonna be worth that 60 million price tag, whatever.
58.
Whatever that 60 million, 65 million euro price tag, or whatever it will cost. Yeah. Like I don't think that's enough. I think for me, what would have been better is like a comfortable, like a real confident, composed performance where he's.
It didn't start, to be fair.
He's creating a couple of assists. He's bossing that midfield for you, like winning the ball back, playing the ball forward. Like if he was doing that, then that's more impressive than a fluky left-footed strike.
I hear what you're saying.
It was a banger, but I think I need to see more from him to be think that.
Bro, I told you already. This is Naby's last chance. After the season, he can whatever he does is up to him. But I just want to see man kicking ball this year. I want to see 40 games from Naby. Not even 40 games, 40 appearances from Naby. That we can have a couple bench things here and there, but just be about, man, because we're getting injuries coming thick and fast already. Harvey Elliott's out for the foreseeable. Thiago went down on Saturday, so Naby, bro, rise up.
Do you know what I think? I'm quite curious. Like, obviously, shit turned around this weekend. I think Sadio Mane got his goal.
Yeah, 100 goal.
The first goal, right? The first goal in the game. Was it the first goal of the game?
Yeah.
Scored the goal to sort of essentially win the 3 points, and give you a bit of.
Tough game as well.
It was a tough game for sure. I'm curious with Sadio. How much longer has he got with this? I think he's got the goal, but I think his overall performance wasn't always there.
Dusted, bro. The ball, like, I don't know what's happening to it, man.
How long has he got left in Liverpool?
I actually watched it. I watched all his 100 goals after the game. They put out like a little comp. Bro, he used to be menacing, bro. Menacing. He used to just be running that man, popping 1-2s around the box. I am not seeing anything like that at all. I don't know. I think out of him and Salah, he's not refined his game at all. You've seen Salah make tweaks here and there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Thing is, though, fans, I'm keep getting into fucking arguments on Twitter with fans saying like he's still bagging goals. How can you be talking against him, bro? I'm just calling it as I see it. I'm not seeing like anywhere near the player I used to see before.
Yeah, for sure.
But
do you know what I think? I've got a theory about Sadio. I think that little blonde bit he had at the front of his hair was a Horcrux.
Fam,
as soon as that started thinning,
the hair is all mad, right
bro. As soon as it started thinning, that's where he fell off, bro. That's where he went. That's where he disappeared.
All mad. But listen, let's wrap things up there. Actually, you want to do quick screamers and howlers, one each. Yeah, what are you saying? Who's your? I'm just gonna start with howler. Right. Start with my howler. Go. And it's it takes a pretty big howler for it not to go to Fred. Yeah. What?
It's a fucking big howler.
Oh god, what the refs?
Bro, Martin Atkinson, yeah, and all of you Stockley Park man, them, you owe not just me. Not just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but Man United and West Ham United. Some fat apologies,
you
yeah?
got a W, allow it.
No, listen, because that game nearly wasn't a W if it wasn't for David De Gea.
Yeah, true.
Yeah? True. If it wasn't for David De Gea, that nearly wasn't a W. They brought Mark Noble. Sorry. There's so many L's in this segment here.
I thought this is American football. Bring it back for just to take the pen.
Mark Noble, massive L, bruv. You go on your last couple of games, bro. That's probably your last penalty for West Ham. L. That was a big howler. You got to bury that down. I thought you were going to clot it down the middle. But yeah, Martin Atkinson, I don't even take the track from what I'm saying here. Martin Atkinson, bruv. 3 penalties. 3 of them didn't go to VAR. You gave 1. Fair enough, we accept that. That's handball. It's handball and that's a penalty in our current era. But I was thinking, he might not give it because he's buoyed us the last couple of times. That Ronaldo one against Soufal, no one seems to be chatting about it. That's probably one of the most obvious. That's the more obvious one than against Zuma, because I think with Zuma he's kind of going down. The one against Soufal, knee on knee, bruv. He's going this way, chops that way. Soufal thinks he's going that way and he's like, oh shit, dangles his leg out, knee to knee. That is a pen. Where's the VAR? Why didn't he check it? Also, Martin Atkinson, he's the same fucking referee that cost us the treble. Remember against Portsmouth when what's his name?
Oh, not my man, not what?
The fucking centre mid who went to play for Inter. Sulimentari scores the pen. Scores the pen. Also, he fouls Ronaldo. Doesn't give this is before VAR. Doesn't give it. They end up winning that. It's the same fucking ref, bro. Martin Atkinson on Ronaldo. 2 clear pens, bro.
The Soufal one was mad.
And the Zuma one should have gone to VAR. There's doubt. There's doubt on both of those. They're clear and obvious.
There's no doubt on the Soufal one, bro. We could all see that with our like.
I was in disbelief, bro. And then also the Wan-Bissaka one on Souček. I gotta be fair. That's a pen. Yeah. Where's the VAR, bro?
I don't know what this weekend VAR glitched out. I don't
understand what's going on. How's the Kyle Walker one overturned? And that.
So what are you saying is who gave it just to run it back
VAR in particular Martin Atkinson and whoever was at Stockley Park for that game. Whoever was there, bruv. I got a feeling it was Lee Mason as well. I got a fucking feeling, bruv. I know.
Mitchell Light.
Yeah, bruv. I know. Not light, fam. That's full fat. That's full fat, bro. Full fat.
Oh, you mad?
Oh, sorry, bro. But them man, and Fred, of course, you're just dead, bro. You just piss me off. You're pissing me off.
Hey, I've noticed a little change.
I've
noticed a little change. You used to back for you never used to back him, but you would still like he's in United shirt. You have just dashed his brother like to the wayside.
But because also,
no love whatsoever.
My man, look, you know how supportive I am of my manager. Yeah. And I back the team. Ollie, Fred is gonna get me to turn Ollie out. You know, Fred is fully gonna turn me Ollie out. On his ones, bruv. If we keep persistent with Fred, I'm Ollie out, bruv. I'm honestly, I don't get it.
Wait, production, you know what to do is clip this motherfucker.
Bruv, if Fred keeps playing, honestly, I don't think Ollie is tenable. I don't think his position is tenable because we need. I'll honestly go for another manager if it means Fred leaves.
Okay.
Genuinely, that's where I am with Fred. He's no more.
Man can't even trap the ball. I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Honestly, just watch the next United game with me, and you'll see like. All I do with when Fred's about to get the ball, I'm like, pass it, release it, easy. That's all I'm telling them.
There's micromanaging Fred on the pitch. But yeah, Howler, for me, I had quite a calm week for my own team. I think my Howler's got to be for Messi, man.
Not my goat.
Bruv, he's moving like an
Who's the goat? Who's the goat?
Dickhead.
Tell me who's the goat now.
Messi's the goat. You
can't do it against in the Farmers team.
Not only
goat.
Not only did man get hooked when they needed a goal, the guy that came on, because Icardi came on for a minute, man bagged the winner. So what can you really say? What can you, even though Icardi is
not my goat.
Icardi's a bit of a madman. We'll talk about.
So who's still the goat? Come on, you can't say Messi's the goat after he can't even bad up PSG. He can't even bad up the French.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that.
And he's coming off and he's not shaking hands. When Ronaldo came off, look at Ronaldo. When Ronaldo came, like, he has respect. That is a disrespect. That is it. But my man went to PSG and he don't give a shit, bro.
Your fellow countryman as well. Can't even. He's
that's rude.
No love at all. That's some dickhead move right there. I think. Who else? Who's
the goat?
Fam, Messi, you think you're gonna get me on here?
He can't go League R. Uber Eats League R and not eat, not feast, bro. You can't go Uber Eat League 1 and not munch on these French defenders, bro.
Nah, it's not early. The thing is, like we said before.
Yeah, it's good. You got assist.
Like we said before.
In League R, Uber Eats, bro. Uber Eats.
Like we said before, though, we only really can judge PSG and what they do in the Champions League. I don't really care about what happens in League R. Like, even though they should be on it this season because they didn't win the league last year, but. Champions League is what I'm gonna really judge these men on, but for me, that's a big L, man. That's a big L. That's a big L. I'm trying to think who else, man. Who else gets Howler of the week? Pep, bruv. Pep, dickhead. Absolutely.
No, I don't think it's Pep. I'm fully with Pep on this.
Nah, because you can't be.
I don't think it's Howler.
Talking
I think if the City fans made more noise, if they don't deserve that team. That's them City fans. It's like trying to move to the countryside and like set up a gang, bruv. You just you ain't got enough people there, innit? You ain't got enough people. You ain't got the people. Like, do you know what I mean? You're going to these dead ends.
Oh, bro, that's funny.
Not even dead ends. Manchester's not dead ends, innit? But you're going. Man City's fan base is fucking derelict, bruv. It's destitute. Like, there's nothing going on.
Oh, bro. Right, okay. So yeah, those are gonna have to be my two howlers. Screamers.
Go on, scream.
Fam, I'm gonna have to. Leon Bailey. Fam, listen, that flipping cameo appearance came on in like 61st minute. Assisted an own goal, scored a fucking banger, then came off in the 80th minute. That's like, man. He
came us for a conquest.
Done. Yeah, that's my screamer, Leon Bailey. And also, I give him stick, but shout out Mane for getting 100 goals for Liverpool. Like, he will go down as a legend no matter what happens. But it's looking wispy at the moment, like the hairline.
But he's got Turkey, fam.
It's emotional.
I think my screamer. There's a couple of you I want to shout out. Ivan Toney, I want to give a big shout out.
Bro, yeah, Toney time, man. He's badding man up. Were they playing? Was it Wolves, isn't it?
Wolves, yeah, 2-0.
They weren't ready for him.
But you know what? I've got to give my screamer to. Do you know what? It's gonna be hard because I don't. I've given Jesse Lingard one already this season.
Yeah.
A couple of game weeks ago, but I'm gonna have to give it to Dav De Gea, I think.
Yeah, no, I can't. I gotta hear that.
David De Gea, man. I love it. We love a little song.
You man got a bit carried away with the celebrations, though.
No.
It's a little bit.
Bro, if it's Klopp, bruv, he's sucking him off, bruv. He's fucking going hug, yeah. Like, what do you mean, bruv? That's just normal. I love that. I love that camaraderie.
A little bit too much.
I love that camaraderie. What do you mean, bruv? You lot were bowing in front of the fucking Kop when you drew 1-1, bruv.
It's too, bruv.
So look, for me, David De Gea, I love that little. Yeah. He came back early from pre-season. Wanted to prove his point, wanted to prove his value, and look, he's for me.
He playing for Spain? He's playing for
Simon. Unai Simon.
Oh, brother, do you remember what game was it?
Clangers go.
Oh my God.
But for me, David De Gea, he is for me the best goalkeeper in the league. And I think on this form, it's hard. It's hard to go against him.
Hella bold.
I think you man have defenders, goalkeepers that suit your system. I think David De Gea is the best shot stopper in the league.
Shot stopper, I can hear that.
Penalties, I'm not getting guessed upon. I'm guessed upon because I remember what happened in Villarreal. But for me,
11 penalties.
For me, David De Gea on that form. Let's not forget the sort of goalkeeper, the caliber of goalkeeper we're talking about. And
he's levels.
I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it on that. Jesse Lingard, of course, special shout outs, but I'll be DMing you later to tell you how I feel.
I can't really speak on you getting Jesse's DMs, but bruv. That was emotional again. 3-point massive again, bro. Next week, he got this weekend.
On that.
He got this weekend. Is it Villa?
I got Villa this weekend.
He got Brentford away. Brother Tony, I'm not but I'm hoping for another 3 points. Obviously, we got Carabao Cup this week as well, but that should be light work for us. People, you know what to do. Little bit of a longer show this week. Had a lot of stuff to chop up, but make sure you slap the like button. Subscribe, share, keep engaging with all of our shit as well. It's been good to see so far recently. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, man. We'll be back. There's lots of exciting football coming on. Lots of new features, lots of new content that we'll be putting out. So just stay tuned. Make sure you follow. Put the bell on for notifications as well if you want to stay up to date with all of our shit. And make sure you like, subscribe to this video.
Make sure.
But yeah, man. Apart from that. Stay safe, people. See you very soon for another instalment of Jamie Vardy's favourite show. That is Weird and Wonderful, people.
Peace. Nice, safe.
Love that. Nabby lad.
That was a mad goal. How are you trying to say you didn't mean it? It was actually just so cheeky.
You see,